Hi everyone and welcome back to LL Sports. Now let me get straight into this. By now, I'm sure you've seen the David Coote video. And if you haven't, you need to check that out as soon as possible. I cannot believe what I've just witnessed. Truly, I can't. But in the video, you will see what appears to be David Coote. And I use that word logically. David Coote appears to be having a go at Jurgen Klopp, going on some xenophobic rant, real X-rated stuff. And following the release of that video, David Coote has now been suspended pending a full investigation. Now, with me to discuss this and a bit more, I've got my boy here, AGT from the Coote TV, legendary
Correct, yeah.
AGT, and my
you,
good
mate.
friend, Liverpool superfan, and he's going to give us his thoughts now. What's your thoughts?
Well, I've had probably 3 hours now to digest it. It came out about 3 hours ago, and the main feeling that I still have is one of shock.
Because say that again.
I mean, we were literally on DR Sports as it happened, right? Super chats coming in saying, AGT, have you seen this video? I had to wait till we came off air. I watched it and my mouth was just aghast. For a referee in his position to come out and say those things, and let's not forget that video was filmed in the very earliest 2020, but the very latest 2021. So it was in that period where Liverpool lost a few home games as well. Yeah, because he obviously makes a joke with his mate, who's also in the video. I don't know if he's his mate anymore, but he makes a joke saying, yeah, look, we're social distancing, see? So you know it's of that era.
Yeah.
And shocked, and then it turned to anger, because when you actually look at the key decisions that have gone against us under David Coote's stewardship of either VAR or reffing, and I can tell you about the Pickford one, I can tell you about the kick on McAllister last year by Doku, I can tell you about the Pickford horrific foul on Van Dijk, which wasn't even carded.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
And he was out for a year.
Was that under his watch?
Yes, he was the VAR for that. And there's a few more, to be honest. And I just think back to those moments and think, well, surely the Premier League would employ a referee or a VAR for those games who's of an impartial nature. And when explicit stuff like that comes out, and you mentioned xenophobic, it's racist. I mean, calling someone a C word is what it is. But if you put that person's country of origin before the C word, then we know what that is. So in answer to your question, shocked, angered, you know, in the games that we're talking about, there are a few of them where a decision like that, if it went in our favour, we could have won the league. That's what we're talking about. That's how close Liverpool have been in some of these years that are mentioned. So I just still can't believe it.
I can't believe it.
And this is going to, hopefully this is now maybe the start of a huge overhaul and a general investigation to not only him, but the PGMOL, bro.
It's definitely got deeper ramifications. I mean, it's interesting because I was next door waiting to do some other stuff. And you came in and I've known you for a long time, and the look on your face as you showed me the video, I was like, rah. And then when I watched it, I just could not believe what I was seeing. And I've got to say, I've got to be mindful of the words I use here. It looked like David Coote had been, shall we say, enjoying
had a
himself.
big night.
Looked like the old Archie Bunker was like.
Listen, I'm not going to confirm or deny
like
these allegations.
How can I put it?
But he's had a big night, Laurie.
Under the influence
of
mind-altering
substances. Potentially.
Archie
it does look like that. It does look like. It does look like that, right? And listen, we've all been drunk or whatever, and maybe said something that's a bit silly, and that can happen. That has happened. But when you are in a position like he's in, I mean, he makes a joke during the video that, you know, yeah, look, we're social distancing, obviously meaning he's not. So there's your first rule break. You're not social distancing as a person of power. But then also I mean, you can clearly see that it's the end of a night, let's put it that way. And the guy who's filmed it, I mean, why has it taken this long for the video to come out?
I was wondering. I mean, you look at the video, you think, how could you be so stupid? And then your mind starts to wander to other things. So you're thinking, who else is in the video? Why is this taking so long to come out? What's the circumstances behind it taking so long to come out? Was there some shenanigans going on in the background? Some people have suggested bribery, not me. But, you know, like, why is it taking so long to come out?
Well, Liverpool fans have been saying that there's agendas here and there, and no one's really believed Liverpool fans. And I think once this has come out, clearly there obviously are agendas. I mean, let's actually break down what he said, right? He has called Klopp a C word, and then a German C word in relation to Klopp accusing him of lying. So if you're a referee and someone says you're lying, is that worthy enough to call that person this or that? And also the key thing for me is, what has he said that's not been recorded? You know, we've seen videos of him in Indonesia with a lady of the night, let's call it like that. So you have to question his morals at this point. And the deeper you look into, I will. The deeper you look into it, it doesn't look good for him, mate. I'll be honest. Like, I really, if there's one person I would not like to be in the world right now, it would be him.
Oh, 100%. I mean, listen, this guy's been refereeing since 2010. He's been a Premier League referee for 8 years. And he's a referee of whatever Alex may want to say or I want to say about referees. He's a referee of renown. You know, he has a reputation.
I can't ever remember one good game that, and again, I can blanket apply that to all of the referees that we deal with. Simon Hooper,
and that's the trouble
Anthony
with this
Taylor.
video. That's the trouble with this video, because
Mike
if you're,
Oliver.
what's the guy who's in charge of the referees? Howard Webb.
Yeah.
When he sees that, he's going to be mortified, because there are a lot of fans who hold views about referees, thinking that they're biased towards their clubs. There's all these conspiracy theories go around. I mean, me, myself, I actually have a go at some of the Arsenal fans. I've had long arguments with people like Ty, right? Saying, look, you're basically a flat earther. You think that the world is out to get Arsenal. When the likes of those fans see this video, there is a serious element to this. They'll be saying, look, this is proof all along that referees out there hold grudges against certain clubs.
Yeah, and, you know, he was very clear.
So there is a serious side to this.
He was very clear in what he thought of Jurgen Klopp, and obviously he's not our manager anymore. I think if he was, this would be even bigger news, because you're actually talking about a current manager. And let's not forget, he refereed at Anfield on Saturday night just gone. It's Monday. Saturday night just gone, I was abusing him from the cop because he didn't book Leon Bailey for that foul on Mo Salah. Went like that, no foul, and then obviously Darwin scores, which saved him. So he could have got relegated to the Championship off that alone.
This is unbelievable.
When you actually look at the Doku kick last season, bro, you know, you go back to the Everton goal, the Origi foul, Old Trafford. These are all things that have impacts in season-altering moments. 100%. And if there is if there is bias towards certain managers, if you think a manager is an absolute German C word, then you're probably not going to give him a load of favours in his decision.
It could be argued.
Like the logic says.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, if you hate this guy, you're not going to be nice to the guy.
Yeah, 100%. It follows, doesn't it? However, we do have to be fair to David Coote at this point in time, because he, apparently the latest is, he's denying it.
I mean, that makes it even...
He's denying it.
That makes it even more...
I must admit, it does look like him. I'm going to say, like, you know what I mean? But
it is him,
AI is a beautiful thing, as I said to one of my colleagues off camera. Could it be in any way that this has been a manufactured video, this has been photoshopped, or whatever the term is?
There's no way.
No?
When we talk about AI, we're talking about expressions using AI to show Robbie getting cooked, or Robbie using expressions to get cooked on an AI app. This has been deepfake tested, and it's come back at 0%. So if he's vehemently denying the fact that that's him in the video, I mean, let's be honest, Laurie, we're asking the PGMOL to do a video review of a video.
Can you imagine that?
That's not really their strong point, is it? So I don't know what the results are going to come back on their side, but if you're Howard Webb and you're going, David, are you saying that this isn't you? And if he's going, that's not me, then... And if this gets covered up, I want him to feel the full extent of the law.
I was going to say, what do you think will happen to him? I mean, he's suspended pending a full investigation. I mean, he says it's not him, so I guess the first part of that investigation will be to determine if it is him or not. I've got to say, if it's not him, then it looks remarkably
It's insulting
like
to every person who's watched that video to even question, is that him? Because then you're insulting people's eyesight and intelligence by...
Two quick questions then, because we've got to wrap up. If it's him, what should happen?
Don't ask me the second question. I'll answer the first question. The first question, let me rephrase that. It's him. And what he should get as a ramification, well, he's been suspended immediately. They'll obviously do an investigation. And I think because he's been xenophobic, because he's called someone a German C word, that's like instant grounds for dismissal. Instant. You don't even need to investigate this.
Do you think you'll be allowed to referee again?
No way. Definitely not Liverpool.
I'm not so sure if a life ban.
Send him to, where Michael Oliver goes on a weekend and refs in the UAE. Send him there. Because they're probably corrupt anyway, so you might as well just get it out.
Although we do need to be fair and say, just because he used that language, which is abhorrent, by the way, I want to make that clear, if it is him.
If you bring someone's country into it,
that's abhorrent.
That's a different line.
But is that enough to justify a life ban? And the reason why I say that is because if you look at certain players or fans and stuff like that have been caught making xenophobic remarks and stuff like that, they've not been banned for life for going for grounds. Players have not been banned for life for playing football.
The problem there is, and I agree with you, in certain professions and certain aspects of work, you can maybe roll out an apology and just hope people forget it and move on. But because he's still an active referee, making big decisions that define titles and trophies, relegations as well, he's not fit to referee anyway. And then add this onto it, he can never ref in the Premier League again. And then what happens after that, whether it's Championship or he takes some time out, I don't know, starts a podcast, releases a book, My Side of the Story. These things are probably all possible. But he can never, ever referee in the Premier League again, because
I would advise him to get down the reality TV market.
What's he saying about Arteta behind closed doors? What's he saying about Guardiola? What's he saying about certain players? The writing's on the wall.
And what
for
if
him. And
my
Liverpool,
second question is, what if it isn't him?
It's him.
You're going to come on here and apologise to him?
Absolutely not. I'll triple down. Liverpool have come out and said, and I can read a statement that's just come out from Liverpool. It basically says that Liverpool are aware of a video circulating and they will make no comment at this point. Obviously, they want to see the investigation be carried out.
That's
but this is groundbreaking. This has never happened. Video evidence like this has never been a thing that's happened in the Premier League era. This is truly a groundbreaking day, and hopefully this is the start of change, positive change, because everyone knows the PGMOL isn't up to scratch anyway. When you look at, I was watching La Liga last night, they had the automated offsides within seconds. You don't even need a human to start drawing lines here, there and everywhere. We've never seen anything like this, and I hope he gets the full extent of the powers that be.
Okay then, just to wrap up, you've heard what AGT's had to say. In closing, I'm just going to say a couple of things. One, what's happened to David Coote, or what appears to be David Coote, is proof that a camera and a microphone are two of the most dangerous things in the world. That's number one. Number two, if you're David Coote, do not go to Liverpool. Don't go there, because I've been to Liverpool. I know how passionate those men are. And if you're seen in Liverpool, it might not end well.
He can never go to Liverpool in his life. He's banned.
And third,
if I was him, I'd run.
And third, and this is, I'm saying this quite honestly now, just say no. Yeah. Just say no, because you
Allegedly.
Allegedly. But anyway, listen. Thanks AGT for coming on. I've got to get you back on for more shows in the future.
Big up you to your channel, man.
Thank you.
I love the quick growth. You're putting out content. You're consistent. It's just a shame you didn't start 3 years ago. Where would you be now?
I knew there was a buck going to be going.
No, but listen, that's a compliment.
Oh, right, respect, man. That's my guy there, right? But listen, thanks so much for watching. If you're new here, please like, share and subscribe. Catch me on the next one. We do boxing, we do football, we do all sorts of things, as you've just seen now. But listen, thank you so much, and I'm out. Catch you on the next one.